been going places she's never really been before. His heart feels like it might stop beating at times. He prays it does.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Hi. Hello there. This is Karis Polidoro calling from the other side of the parking lot, seeing how the setup's going.
Good.
You tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see. Okay, so the view looks good. I was listening to music. I didn't know if you had started broadcasting anything.
Oh, yeah. We're live.
We're live. That was just the intro. So.
Oh,
Thanks for checking in.
that was the intro. So I called in right at the intro. Excellent.
Quality control.
Okay, well, that
Thank
was
you.
your test.
All right.
Everything is working well. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay,
Nice.
bye.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special presentation of the Spollybrock Sports Network, SBSN 08, the Ocho, as we come to you live from Buckeye Grove at outside the Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium on the campus of the Ohio State University. And we are bringing you continuous coverage of the girls' junior national championships here from the capital city in Columbus, and we are thrilled to be here. We're going to bring you some interviews. We're going to bring you some game day results from the morning matches alongside the Hall of Famer, Mike Spoladaro. I'm Jim Welbrock, and we are thrilled to be here on campus. Mike, welcome to Buckeye Nation.
thank you, Jim. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. We're on campus here. The sun is shining. You can see the Grove here behind us, the actual Buckeye Grove out in front of Ohio Stadium. The kids are out on the turf fields here, juggling soccer balls, doing shuttle, playing touch football. This is just a fantastic backdrop for what I believe to be a great discussion
It is.
around volleyball.
It is. We're here to talk volleyball. We thought we'd come up here to Ohio State because it's so nearby to where all the activities are at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. So we'll talk about those results in a little bit. For those of you not familiar with Buckeye Grove, I want to just talk about that a little bit. This is a group of Buckeye trees here that have been planted. It's kind of a park, and it leads over to the main entrance to the stadium that's behind us. And there is one tree for every All-American that has played here at Ohio State since the beginning of the football program. There are 168 trees, from my understanding, that are in this grove. So, Mike, hopefully one day they'll have a tree planted for you as well.
Well, I can only hope, Jim, that the national tournament that our girls are playing in right now result in us being Hall of Fame broadcasters. The fact that we started our program here on Ohio State's campus in front of the big stadium. We've already been, I guess, shooed away once.
Yeah.
Trying to get a sneak peek of the stadium.
Yeah.
That didn't go so well.
Well, the main gates were open, so we're going to go with the fact that we did get into the stadium.
In fact,
But, it was short-lived. We did not get out in the field. We had hoped to set up the 50-yard line. Sadly, that's not going to happen here. But, yeah, let's turn our attention a little bit to volleyball. First day of play for your Northern Lights 18 Black, coming into this tournament as, what, the 38th seed? In the
38th
American
seed,
Division.
yeah, out of 64 teams.
So we didn't know what to expect. Both of us have some history with this tournament being very difficult for the teams that are here. Everyone that is in this has qualified for this. So this is not a case where somebody has simply signs up and enters. You have to have won a qualifying tournament to be in this division. So we did that in Denver, and all of these other teams have also won a qualifying tournament at some point. So we know the competition is going to be tough. When we've played in this before, hasn't always gone so well. So we came in with a little trepidation about how the day would go, and that was all erased pretty quickly this morning with a very fantastic opening set, a match 1 win, followed up by wins in matches 2 and 3 against pretty good competition here. Of course, we know it's going to get stiffer over the next couple of days, but Mike, team is off to a great start.
Team is off to a great start, Jim, and I really think the first set of the match this morning, no one knew what to expect, but I'm incredibly proud of our girls. They came out, they played largely mistake-free. They played incredibly defensively, and just a strong performance. And really, I think, took the number 6 seed in the tournament as the number 38 seed, and really kind of shocked them in that first set. They won in pretty good fashion. The second set, they stepped back a little bit. They started committing some more service errors. The play wasn't quite as clean, but they recovered in the third. They got off to a very quick start in that third set. But then what happened? Came to a deficit again. 4-point deficit, 8-4, then 12-8. The team showed incredible grit to battle back and win that thing 16-14. It was just an incredible display of what this team has deep within inside of it. Once they want to do something, they go get it.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing that we've noticed with this team following them, of course, throughout the entire season here, that the big venues is where they really seem to excel and really thrive. So some of the smaller tournaments, it seems to be a little bit harder to find motivation, a little easy to fall into kind of a complacency type approach, but that did not happen here and has not happened at some of the other larger venues that we played in. Lots of success right out of the gate. And again, kind of that resiliency of there were some times during the match where you thought it might be kind of going the other way. And those of you who follow volleyball know it's very momentum based. There is often shifts, and we see that even in the NCAA tournament. This team today was able to weather those storms and really come through and perform at a very high level. And it was really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree, Jim. And even down the stretch, the third match of the day, Kinsey Cronin tweaked an ankle in that second match, and the team pulled together and was afforded to switch lineups and give Kinsey a rest. We were playing the D seed. We had watched them all day. We knew what level of play we were at. We knew where they were. And we thought, you know what? Let's adjust the lineup. Let's give Kinsey some rest. Let's get Justine back, who's been coming off a shoulder injury for a number of weeks. It was great to see her out there swinging again and putting down kills in the big block on that right side. So just an all-around fantastic start of the tournament for the 18 Red.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing. At this point in the season, most of the teams do have some kind of injury, or they're nicked up a little bit, or maybe there's been illness. So everybody has to face that kind of thing, and I think they did a really good job today making the adjustments to that, especially with Kinsey. I think Justine, they know we're kind of trying to work her back into the lineup, and that was really nice to see. But if you can make the adjustments on the fly like that, that's a big game changer too. And your opponent may be thrown off by that a little bit. They're looking at a different lineup. Okay, that's somebody new. What's going on here? And that throws them off for a few points. That's all you need to get, a nice lead in a set and really take control of the match. So
Justine back in on the right side. Mikey Trias moving to the middle to take Kinsey's spot. Team didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, it was really good. So what that does is sets us up for morning action tomorrow. We'll be back at the convention center right downtown here, Columbus, just a couple of miles to our south. We'll be back, I believe, at 8 o'clock, playing matches in the morning.
8 o'clock Eastern, that is.
Yes. So those of you who want to tune in, same channel that this broadcast is going out on right now, you're going to want to tune in if you're Central Time. That's going to be 7 a.m. So an early start like it was today. But I think the team seemed to thrive on that a little bit too. And it seems like some of the other tournaments that we played in where we play the late matches, it's a little bit harder to stay fresh all day, and you want to stay hydrated, you want to have good nutrition. But boy, any of you who work know that, that 1, 2, 3 o'clock time can be really difficult to maintain your energy level. And I think we've seen that with this team. So maybe in this case, coming out playing really early in the morning is a good thing, was a positive. And hey, let's go out right away and play. It seemed to be good.
Although this team historically has not come out of the gate super fast at 8 a.m.
No.
But today they did, for sure. And we hope the same tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jim, we should also remind our viewers, anyone tuning in, we're happy to take calls, questions, comments, trivia about Ohio State. We'll do our best to make an answer up that we don't know. But number should be on the screen, so happy to take calls.
Yeah, I'd be glad to hear from you out there if you have any comments. Last week, of course, here at the Horseshoe was the Ohio State spring game, and tuned in for a little bit of that. I think there's a lot of buzz around the team. Of course, football not that far away.
Not that far away.
A few months here. The spring game really kicks that off. Summer workouts start up. And before you know it, the students are back in school, even though it looks like we are dealing with graduation here today. A lot of people taking photos. We had people coming out of the stadium looked like they had graduation ceremonies going on. So we're in that part of the year, but not very long, and kickoff will be coming. So You can check that out online too. A lot of buzz and chatter, of course, around Buckeye football.
We attempted to get some gowns, as maybe that would help get us into the stadium, but
Yeah,
no
I was
luck there.
thinking some sort of honorary degree might be in order. But
I mean, really, we've contributed a tremendous amount to this school
yeah, for sure.
with this cast.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think so. You know,
Spalding Brock Sports Network doesn't just go anywhere, Jen.
No.
I'm not sure if you're aware.
No, this is SBSN 08 is worldwide, we are all over the place. So
All
you can
over.
find us all over anywhere. That's for sure. So I think we're going to switch to our interviews here a little bit. Last week, I had the pleasure of talking to Dan Stein. He came down, visited a little bit about his business. Of course, as regular listeners of the program, you know that he is one of our lead sponsors. He did go through some rebranding. He's going to talk about that, and he's going to talk a little volleyball. So we're going to step aside here for a few minutes and listen to Dan Stein, and you can tune in and we'll let you enjoy the views here on campus of Buckeye Grove and the Horseshoe Ohio Stadium here. Beautiful day on campus. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined now by Dan Stein. He is the president, CEO, general manager, and, well, I guess you kind of do everything over there. We're going to tell you a little bit about a name change here for Dan's company. If you have joined our broadcast before, you know that the name has been the Stein Crocodile Alligator and Varmint Removal Service of Prior Lake, Minnesota, and we've thinking that's kind of a mouthful, so I know that you've come up with a shorter version. Maybe tell us a little bit about that and just kind of how things are going here.
Yeah, we went through a little rebranding process, and you're right, it was a mouthful in the past, especially for the companies that we sponsored to include in our broadcasts and things like that. So we decided to really clean it up and shorten it up just down to Stein Varmint and just quick and to the point.
That's good. So we're coming into the spring season here. I know even at our house we've had some varmints. We've had 2 snakes in the house already, a lot of spiders. I imagine this time of year business is really picking up and you guys are really running.
Yeah, you get the weather's still cold enough that the varmints want to be indoors, and hopefully that's going to be changing here again in the near future. But you've always got the 24-hour cell phone line you can call if you need my services.
Yeah,
we can hook up our friends.
That's a good thing to know. I want to mention to you, too, we're sitting outside here today in beautiful downtown Northfield. We had a good lunch here at Hogan Brothers. Wonderful sandwiches here in town, and it's just really nice to have the sun back out here, sitting right out on Main Street. You can probably hear that as the traffic is going by here, but they've installed some of these little mini patios here on Division in Northfield, and they've been really popular. And boy, you get a day like this, it's just super to be sitting out here. So
it really is. And Northfield's always been one of my favorite towns, and I love coming down to Hogan Brothers, and we have a handful of good friends down here in Northfield, so it's always a nice quick trip and just a beautiful downtown and beautiful area in general. So it's great to be down here on, like you said, a very nice Friday afternoon.
So let's talk a little volleyball. Your daughter is playing this year on 18 Red. Tell us a little bit about how their season's been going and, what's coming up next.
I think we have a really nice group of dedicated and talented players this year. They've had pretty good success throughout the year so far. We're getting excited to get geared up and play a little Molten Series this weekend to get warmed up for the national tournament in Columbus, Ohio next weekend. We've been bitten by the injury bug a little bit here lately with losing 2 players. Hopefully one can come back and get us up to 9, but we're going to fight on with whether it's 8 or 9 players, whatever it's going to be. The girls are all 100% in and ready to do what it takes to have success in Columbus. Playing out of position or whatever you're going to have to do, be a little versatile, but everybody will get lots of playing time. So we'll take it one step at a time.
Yeah, it's I know you and I are in the same boat this way. We're up to the 18 season, which is one that's always kind of hanging out there. And when you start this process, you think, oh, we got so many years in the club to go, and it's busy, and weekends you're running a lot. But all of a sudden, here we are in the final season, and it's kind of mixed emotions, I'm sure, about all of that.
It really is. I mean, we talked about this a little bit off camera or off mic here, and talking with Antonio that you just interviewed, who has younger children coming through at the 10 and 11-year-old range, and I told him, and you kind of echoed my sentiment, we'd do it all over again if we could. We definitely have enjoyed the ride, and it is going to be bittersweet. It's great to see him play and mature and move on possibly, to college for some of them. But it's also a little bit sad to see it come to an end for sure.
Yeah, it's a big part of your social network too. For us, we've met so many great people through Lights and volleyball in general, and it's that becomes kind of a good chunk of your life during this time. And like you say, it's going to be a sad thing to have it end. It's of course the way things go. People move on, the kids graduate, and they scatter out into life. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's really been a good thing.
Well, we've been really fortunate to meet a lot of great families and friends for life. I think for a lot of them. And when you're going through activities, whether it be sports or band or whatever your kid's deal is, you kind of get grouped with like-minded people, and you usually generally hit it off and have a lot of fun. We've traveled and drank a couple beers here and there, and had a lot of good time with these families. So looking for that to continue.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's and they talk about that for the girls. Well, you're going to make lifelong friends on your team. They don't necessarily mention that about parents, that, hey, you guys are going to also develop some connections and social contacts here and things that are going to, hopefully continue on the rest of your life. So
yeah, absolutely.
I think that's been a big positive too. So, all right, well, good to talk to you today. Any final thoughts on the season and varmints and all that stuff?
We're just going to keep plugging, looking forward to the spring and, some other varmints that become more active after the hibernation season ends. And So we have our seasons, and we'll keep plugging away, and really just looking forward to watching some good volleyball over the next couple weeks and finishing strong in Columbus and getting back down to Omaha for one more run and just having some fun.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, folks, you've been listening to Dan Stein. He is the president, owner, and operator of Stein Varmint of Prior Lake. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and I did want to say just thank you so much to you and Mike for doing these broadcasts and bringing this little bit of fun to the games and sharing it with people, especially during the COVID years that couldn't be there in person and bringing it into their living rooms. It's just been great to listen to you guys and the improvement you've made over the years and your ability to call the games and your technology and everything. It's just really fun to watch. So Thank you guys.
Well, thank you, and we've certainly had a lot of fun with it, and got a little ways to go yet, and we're going to make the best of it, that's for sure. So,
awesome.
All right, everybody have a good day. We'll see you soon. All right, folks, you've been listening to Dan Stein. He's the president, owner, operator, and chief exterminator at Stein Varmint. We appreciate his support, and we wish his daughter's team and her teammates their best luck as well in the tournament here, as they are also in Columbus playing. So
a little bit shorthanded. They've
Yeah.
been down with some injuries, so
yeah,
haven't not checked in on the progress. Probably
No.
should do that.
yeah, we really didn't get a chance to follow the other teams, and we got really wrapped up in our own fun today. And then there's a switchover at about the 2 o'clock mark. They want everybody out of the building. They can bring in the new teams, and then they run the afternoon evening session, which is going on right now. So yeah,
If Dan Stein is out there, happy to take a call and get
yeah,
a
boy,
progress report on the
if you're listening, we'd
18,
love to have
right
you
club.
call in here. So
Absolutely.
we'll see how that goes. But once again, if you're just joining us, we are live outside Ohio Stadium on the campus of The Ohio State University. Just a fabulous day here in Central Ohio. Again, if you did not join our matches earlier today, Northern Lights 18 black, 3-0 on the morning session, and just a fantastic start to the tournament. Looking forward to getting back at it in the morning, and we'll be facing another group of 3 teams tomorrow, and there might be even more activity in the evening. I heard some whispering about a crossover match that could take place, and we've run into those before at these big tournaments, and a lot of that is a test of who can you play in the morning, go away for 4 hours and come back and still have some energy to play what ends up being you have to win it type match in order to stay in the bracket that you want to stay in. So we'll see how tomorrow goes, but we're excited to get after it.
Today, beautiful day, clear skies, moon up in the sky, right in front of the beautiful Buckeye Grove.
Yeah.
Got a chopper overhead. I don't know if that's a medical chopper or
Well, hopefully
what
they're
that
not
is.
coming to arrest us for illegally broadcasting from campus. I don't think that's the case, but we'll keep an eye on that just in case. I'll push you out front. I'm gonna run the other way, but all right, we're gonna also play one more interview for you here that was also done last Friday in Northfield. We're gonna hear from Antonio Amador. He is the head coach of Northern Lights 15-1s. His team is also playing, of course, in the season here. Their tournament is later in the year, and he will describe a little bit about what their schedule is. So I'll just let him take and run with that. But he's going to give us his thoughts on kind of the season that we've had, including last year with all of the COVID issues and what that's meant to his team and how they've dealt with it. So we're going to go to that interview right now. You're going to hear from Antonio Amador, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're joining you here from beautiful downtown Northfield, Minnesota on a fabulous day here. We've had some bad weather and we really come out of some of that here, and it's nice to see the sun again. We're joined now by Northern Lights 15-1's head coach Antonio Amador, visiting a little bit about the volleyball club season. Of course, we're almost, I would say, about 2/3 of the way through the season already.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
it's a long process that starts back in November with tryouts and team selections, and you kind of look ahead and say, this is we got a long ways to go here, and all of a sudden we're in mid-April. So how are things with your team so far, and how has the season been treating you?
We're kind of in that spot where 15-year-olds, so they go up and down a little bit. They get it right. They're doing things right. They're doing things well. And you think, wow, this looks good. This is how it's supposed to be played. And then sometimes we forget what volleyball, like we've never seen a volleyball before. So I think it's just a 15-year-old age group. And because the seasons have been delayed and started a little bit, so we're kind of back farther. And at Northern Lights, it's also a little bit different because we only do our 14 start in the open division. Our 14-1s move to open. So last year when these kids were 14, they started in open, but they only had like a tournament or two, then the season got stopped. So when we go to bigger tournaments and we're facing other teams, they've been open for 2 or 3, 4 years, where our kids are just brand new to it. So we're a little bit behind schedule with that stuff, but we're trying to get them caught up and keep rolling.
Yeah, maybe talk a little bit about the challenges of this whole COVID thing. I know last year was, largely lost, and I think a lot of people thought, well, this whole thing is going to be over this summer. We're going to be back to normal.
Right.
We found out, of course, that's not the case. This year is more normal than others, but how have you been dealing with those challenges?
I think the biggest challenge is just the inconsistency of how everything is handled. One time, you got to sit out for 10 days. You got to sit out for 14 days. If you get tested and you're a negative test, and you're fine to come back. And no one really understands the complexities of all of it. Like if you have the antibodies, if you have the shot, well, you're fine. If you have the shot, well, you can still be positive. So there's just a lot of different inconsistencies that you can never know how to prepare for it. So I guess we just face every day. We're going to today like we're not going to have it tomorrow, and that's how we've looked at every day when we're practicing and the tournaments. Play like today like you're not going to have it tomorrow, because we don't know if we are. Whether it's a governor stopping the state, the company stopping lights, or just one kid testing positive, or being a sister of a teammate or someone else who tested positive, so they have to quarantine. So you just never know if you're going to be here tomorrow or not.
Yeah, I think our local basketball coach here had a similar kind of thing. Their team motto was every member, every moment.
Yep.
And a lot of that was just, hey, we don't know if we're going to play tomorrow, so we're going to put everything we got into today.
Absolutely.
All your efforts, and we're not going to worry about what's down the road, because you just don't know what's coming.
No idea, and no one really does. I mean, the whole COVID deal is just so new to everybody. I think even with the doctors and the experts and the CDC, you've seen them 1 minute it's one thing, 1 minute it's the next. And it's not that they're not good at what they do. It's just it's so new to everybody. It's just finding that balance of getting back to living and trying to stay safe as well.
Right. Well, what do you have left coming up for the season? Coming into the big tournaments now, the major part of the season. What's the outlook, and kind of what do you have coming up next?
We have a big qualifier coming up in a couple of weeks. Northern Lights qualifier will be in Omaha. We've already qualified for USJO Nationals, but we want to qualify in the open division, which is a little bit tougher division. That'll be our last chance there. We have a Stars and Stripes tournament after that, and then we're going to be in Orlando for the AU National Championships, and then we fly straight from Orlando to Vegas for the USJO National Championships. So our group is gone for like 12 straight days, I think, or 14 days, something like that. We don't even get to come home, so that'll be a little challenge for the girls as they're young and they're used, just now getting used to some of this stuff. But
sure.
we'll try to get them prepared the best we can and go compete.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun if anybody's been watching the NCAA tournament to
Yes.
see that they're putting these courts out in the same room that we've been in playing in. That's got to be
Yep.
kind of a thrill for some of the players.
Right. I was just pointing that out to my daughters. 2 of the 3 have played there that are at Lights now, and we're talking with them like, you guys have played right there where they're standing. You know, John Cook standing here and Hugh McCutcheon standing there, and you guys are playing there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a thrill and fun for
Right.
the players. So
Interesting, for
hey,
sure.
appreciate you joining us. Any final thoughts?
Thank you for your time, and I just hope all the girls finish strong, and I hope everyone just plays like they don't know about tomorrow, because that's just how that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Practice like there's no tomorrow and play like there's no tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, thank you.
you.
Been talking to Antonio Amador. He's head coach of Northern Lights 15-1s. Appreciate his time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you heard there from Antonio Amador, head coach 15-1s, and their season. Boy, they really sound busy here coming up.
Oh
Got
my gosh, yeah,
back-to-back
Jim.
tournaments,
It looks like we have a Spoilybrook Sports Network. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, your old pal Tom is here.
Well, hello, Tom. Thanks for joining.
Minnesota.
Thanks for calling in. Where is here, Tom?
We're back in Woodbury, Minnesota.
Back in Woodbury, Minnesota. Okay, very good.
I'm trying to put things together here, and found out you have a podcast going on, which means you must be in Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. Tom, I'm not sure if you can see the background. We're standing in front of the beautiful Ohio Stadium, Buckeye Grove, on the campus here of Ohio State University.
Yes, I do see that in the background. It looks fantastic.
It's not fake. It's actually real.
in the world of webinars and Zoom calls, you can have a lot of different backgrounds. So that's good to know that this is actually real.
Yeah, maybe we should take a couple of pictures here. I could use this. I sit in front of the green screen
Right.
and kind of use this going forward. I think that might be kind of a good thing.
So, Tom, we actually I don't know when you joined the program, but we just heard from your head coach, Antonio Amador, and we were just kind of getting into the schedule that you guys are about to embark on. How are you preparing for that as a parent?
So for this next tournament, or are you talking about for the national?
Yeah, more than nationals. 12 days on the road, it sounds like.
Yeah, 12 days on the road. It'll be brand new. The girls kind of missed out on that last year, having that as a first experience, and now this year it's pretty exciting, at least before it starts. But I could see how they're young, and that's a lot of time on the road, a lot of volleyball to be played, and a lot of pressure. So it should be interesting to see how they react to that and deal with it. As parents, Jody's going to both. I'm just going to go to the second half, just to the Vegas side. It's hard to get that much work off, so
Yeah, sure it is.
You've always been a Vegas kind of guy, haven't you, Tom?
you know what? The party starts when I get there. So
Orlando's just a little too warm.
They look forward to seeing me.
Are you bringing
Yeah.
your guitar?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know that I'll be able to bring it.
Okay.
But I heard there's some good rental places there. Maybe I'll just rent one and sit on the corner, collect some extra funds, pay for the trip that way.
Here's another musical opportunity.
Absolutely,
here. We
Tom.
could, get some recordings and we can play them on the air. I mean,
We
it
do
could be a good
have
thing.
musical sponsorships available, Tom.
Well, that would cause viewership to go down. I don't know where we're at with viewers today, but that would clearly cause more to exit the podcast.
Well, we think we have one viewer today for the podcast, as evidenced by a
Okay.
phone call. So
Yeah, this might be one of these
I
episodes.
see one.
Might be one of these episodes that people watch later, just because it's it's kind of a tough time here in the evening, a lot of around the supper hour and so forth. But yeah, really glad you called.
I
in.
mean, could go viral.
Well, you
It's-
never know.
You never can tell.
We're waiting for head coach Ryan Day to come past. It hasn't happened yet. Mike assures me that he's in there someplace in his office and he's just itching to get off a couple of calls, and he wants to join Spoilybrook Sports Network. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, there's probably a lot of hype around you guys there. He's probably looking out his window and like, what is going on? I should probably be interviewed. That's what he's thinking.
I know.
Yeah, there are crowds gathered. We've had to keep them aside so as to not, take away the view. Crowds.
Well, we got the
somewhere.
right colors on, right?
Yeah,
We're not wearing the maize and blue, so we won't get thrown off a campus here, I don't think, for wearing what we're wearing here.
Awesome.
So can you give me the quick summary of Audrey's team? How they did? Are they done? Is it complete?
We're done for today. So today was day one, Tom.
For today, okay.
We came in
Day one,
at
okay.
as the 38th seed. So we're the C seed in the 6th pool. So immediately this morning, 8 a.m., 7 a.m. your time, the girls faced the number 6 seed overall, and they came out swinging, and they took that first set. They were a little sloppier in the second. They dropped the second, and then in the third they got up to a quick start. It seesawed back. They were down 4-8. They were down 4-12. They were down 12-14, and they pulled it off 16-14, Tom, for a 3-set victory. So that kind of set the stage for them,
that?
and I think they kind of rolled through the next 2 matches. So they had a very successful day one.
Well, if they played the 6th seed and they won the pool, they now are the 6th seed.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
We'll call them the 6th seed.
Yeah, it was a really good day, and we're
there you go.
looking forward to how things go tomorrow. And I think it just builds a lot of confidence for them to come out and have a really good start. I think it was kind of a microcosm of the whole day to win that first set.
Yeah.
Even though there was a little bit of difficulty after that, hey, we got the first set. We're off to a good start. And I think they really carried that through the rest of the day. And it was just one of these days that's just a whole lot of fun.
Whole lot of fun. Yep.
That's good. And for you guys being able to actually be in to watch, that was a change, right? Change as of late.
As of about 2 weeks ago tomorrow, they announced we could have 15 spectators per team, so similar to Kansas City. And it's nice. It's a little bit open in there. There's not a ton of people. And it really, it was a good setup. I think we had a pretty good day from a broadcast perspective. We had lots of interest, on-the-air interest and off-the-air interest. It was somewhat disruptive, but it was all good.
Good. Well, I'm glad you guys. I mean, my goodness, 18s to not be able to see the Nationals would have been too bad. So I'm glad they were able to figure that out.
Yeah, it was a good thing, and it has been, of course, a lot of uncertainty around the whole thing. Were they going to hold it first? Could we get in? Can we do what we're doing? And all of that is we've checked those boxes off. The weather's great. Everything so far has been really good. So just really happy we can bring this to people and be here to participate in. It's really good.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, good luck to your girls here on day 2. And will it go 3 or 4 days?
3-day tournament.
3 days.
Yep.
3 days. Okay. Yeah. Well, good luck to them. That's a fantastic start, and hopefully they can keep that momentum. Positivity breeds success in so many ways, and momentum with volleyball. So hopefully they can keep that going.
Yeah, Tom, thanks so much for your call. Appreciate you calling in and joining the program.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep. Take care.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Tom Berger joining the call via phone from Woodbury, Minnesota. Hadley Berger plays for Antonio on the 15-1s team. So
nice tie in there.
Yeah,
it's good.
Good tie in. Yeah, that's great. Great.
Well, any final thoughts here, Mike?
We should go to our off-air producer. Any other calls lined up?
I was working it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, their loss.
Yeah.
I tried to get some updates from the other teams, but
Yeah, we were hoping that Dan Stein was going to call in and pimp his company a little bit, and then
they might be playing. Yeah, kind of tough.
trying to get 18-2.
oh yeah, here comes another call.
Good evening. Good evening, caller. Welcome to Spolybrock Sports Network. Who do we have on the air here?
The 18 black team.
Oh boy. How's it going? Who's all there? Who's all there?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
Can you see our background? Are you able to see where we are here?
Great.
All right. Yeah, live streaming here from the Horseshoe Ohio Stadium on the campus of The Ohio State University. And we are having a good time out here talking about the results from this morning, previewing matches tomorrow, and doing a couple interviews. I don't know if you guys got to hear those. We had Dan Stein on from Stein Varmint, and also Antonio Amador. It was fun to talk to him about his team and what they have coming up. So
Tom Berger was a call into the program, so we've had a very active afternoon.
So what are you guys all up to this evening?
Waiting for ice cream.
Waiting for ice cream. So this means we've had dinner?
Yes. Yeah, we went to Buca de Beppo.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Sylvia has a bone to pick with you. What do I have?
Sylvia has a bone to pick with Jim.
State? Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, my rival.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know, maybe that's tomorrow's location, I think.
we're gonna run over to Oxford.
Well, potentially.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
Take the trip down.
That's how far is that away from here, Sylvia?
Probably about 2.5 hours
Oh,
from Columbus.
Maybe we'll save that
all
for
right.
another day.
Yeah, that might have to be another trip. Well, we kind of got the colors right? I mean, are they pretty close? I can't remember what's Miami's colors. Are we fairly close?
They are the same colors,
All
red
right.
and white.
Well, see, that's safe. You know, we didn't want to wear anything other than lights colors here, especially any of the other Big Ten colors. That might have gotten us thrown off campus, so we're trying to avoid that. But yeah, really nice evening. We're having a great time out here, and it was kind of fun to come out and do this. The weather cooperated, and of course, everybody's in a celebratory mood from the matches this morning. Great results for you guys, just fantastic, and really looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
any words of wisdom from you guys or from the coaching staff? You guys had some meetings after. What do the coaches have to say about the efforts today, and maybe a little preview of tomorrow? What's everybody thinking?
We'll have a tougher day tomorrow. So basically, they said we need to do better.
Well, that's good. That's what
Basically,
coaches.
That's what coaches
That's what
do.
usually say. You know, we interviewed Coach Vogel after, and he was happy with the results. But of course, there's always room for improvement, and that's what we always hear from coaching staff. We were pretty elated trying to get him to say the different things about the day, and he was very happy, very pleased with how the effort was and the results. But again, always, we can do a little better yet. We haven't played our best game yet. You hear that a lot. So. Yeah, looking forward to the action tomorrow, and again, congrats to you guys on a fantastic day. We really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to be a spectator. Appreciate the show that you guys put on, and it makes it worth it when you bring your A game. So it makes it worth it anyway, but especially when the A game is in play.
It's fun to win, right?
Thank you. Jim and Mike, did you touch the stadium?
We did better.
What?
Yep, we actually entered the stadium briefly. Oh. Well, hopefully anybody didn't hear that. Now, they had graduation ceremonies or something going on here, so we got in for a little bit, and then there was a cease and desist order to get out. So
it was polite. It was cordial.
It was. Officially, we did get in the first gate. So I'm going to say that was a yes.
I think "Where are you going?" was the exact question.
Yeah. Where do you think you're going?
But yeah, no, we're. I mean, look, no handcuffs. No, it's. We're all good. We moved to the looks like intramural fields over here. And so we've got a great view of the stadium, of the Buckeye Grove.
Yeah, Buckeye Grove is looking good. I mean, it's spring. Their trees are out in full force here. It's good, and they're going to plant 169th tree for the 11-time All-American.
For the broadcasting tandem of Spoley Brock will be one tree with a split trunk. We'll see if we can find something like that.
That's the one they're going to cut up and take to the wood chipper, I think.
Right. Oh, girls, very good. Well, I hope you enjoy your evening. Hope you had a good dinner full of pasta, getting all amped up for tomorrow. Make sure you get good rest tonight. Take care of your bodies. And we will see you in the morning, bright and early.
See you bright and early.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thanks for calling
Thank
in.
you so much.
Congratulations, team, on an excellent first day.
Congrats.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See ya.
Well, that was a special treat,
That was
Jim.
good.
Did not
That was
expect
good.
that calling
No,
in. The
that was
the
fantastic.
18 black team calling in to check in, see how they were doing.
Yeah, that was good.
Buca, that's a good pasta-based
Oh, man.
meal.
What
They
a-
should be carved up and ready to go for tomorrow.
Great way to recover and recharge the batteries and get ready for the play in the morning. So,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I don't know what else we have, Jim. This has been a fantastic afternoon.
Yeah, it's been really good. I'm glad this all worked out. Thank you to the weather gods, too, for kind of keeping it decent out here. It's a little bit of a breeze, but boy, we're just pleased to be out here in the sun. And what a great campus here in Columbus.
We contemplated pushing this to tomorrow. It was kind of a long day, long afternoon, but I think we may have some rain tomorrow. So I'm really glad we took advantage of this opportunity. Again, blue sky,
Yeah.
the sun going down behind the trees off to our west there, and the stadium.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of glow at the very top.
Yeah.
Beautiful campus.
Yeah. What a great day.
Jim, I actually think this is the actual football team's practice facility. I see the tower over here, so
Yeah.
it's got to be it could be a football team's practice facility. It could be, I guess, lacrosse, soccer. It could be a number of things, but it looks a little more official with that tower there than just an intramural field.
Yeah, I think there's several other fields around here. It's a gigantic campus with a lot of facilities, that's for sure. But really beautiful, and it was fun to get up here and take a look at it today and do a little live shot from out here. We had a lot of fun with it. So
Indeed. Doesn't sound like we're going to get any updates from Dan Stein. Really would like to see how the 15 red team or 18 red team is doing.
yeah, well,
The
we'll-
Galvins, Foresters, anybody from the twos squad, not getting updates from them. We're just going to assume the best.
Yep, I think that's a good thing. We'll assume everybody is 9-0 and or 3-0 times 3, 4 teams here. Yeah,
Four teams here, yeah. 3-0.
12-0.
3 times 4, that'd be
Boy, that's
14.
A little tough,
No,
tough on the
12,
brain for a
yeah.
little math there. We won't delve into that too much. Hopefully everybody had a good day. We'll stick with that.
That's right.
All right, I think we're going to wrap up here. The sun is starting to go down, so we're going to say good evening from Buckeye Grove, outside the Horseshoe, the Ohio Stadium, here on the campus of The Ohio State University. Thank you for joining us. Tune in tomorrow, early, 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, as we start up with Day 2 from USA Volleyball's Girls Junior National Championships 18s Division. For Mike Spolodoro, I'm Jim Wellbrock. We will see you tomorrow.
We're going to leave you this evening with a new release from Chad Johnson called Minnesota Nice.
They left Clay County 1876. Grayback rebels trying to run the risk, seeking vengeance for their southern pride. Yeah. Jesse James along for the ride. They ride. They ride. September 7th, they rode into town just to take old dames down. Colt 45 strapped across their hips, yeah. JYG etched in the grip, and I often think about when they roar into my town. open and say, he would cry, said, don't kill